How's everyone doing tonight? We all doing good? All right, that's awesome. My name's Joshua Mickle, and I'm a staff member here. I've been now working here for over a year, and I'm very privileged to be able to speak here for the first 5 minutes. And today I want to take a moment and preach on a powerful biblical verse that has been a pillar in my life that I think should be a pillar in all of our lives, and I think it's one of the strong foundations of this church. And that is Romans 12:11, and it reads as is, "Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor, serving the Lord." So a little bit background on me. I used to be an Access student well over 10 years ago, and so some of the pastors here and some of the leaders here may recognize me or know me, and they can be a testament as to my questionable attitude per se in terms of being hyped, maybe doing crazy stuff for the Lord, but always serving and impacting the house of God in a positive way and also in my community. So I want to go over 3 quick points on this powerful verse here, and that is point number 1. Number 2 are going to be interconnected with each other. The first one is the call to unwavering zeal. As followers of Jesus, we are called to live with passion, enthusiasm, and a burning desire to serve the Lord. Our zeal should be fueled by the fire of the Holy Spirit burning within us. And point number 2, recognizing the source of this zeal. Our spiritual fervor flows from the deep relationship with God, nurtured through prayer, worship, and reading His Word. It is the Holy Spirit who ignites and sustains our zeal. So a perfect example of the Holy Spirit and igniting our hearts is it's that time of season, right? It's cold. We have a fire pit. Hopefully some of us have a fire pit in our house or in our backyard, mostly our backyard. So if you're trying to light your fire pit on fire, you get the log. Some people get some cardboard. Some people get some newspaper. And some questionable people will go ahead and get some gasoline out of the garage, and they will just pour it onto this thing of fire, like this pile of wood, and then they'll just light a match, and then whoosh, there it goes. It's on fire. You'll get a big flame, but that's the thing about the Holy Spirit, is that the Holy Spirit is the gasoline on our hearts, and it's just the Holy Spirit, when it is the gasoline that pours onto our heart that we need to ignite and fan the flames in order for us to be powerful servers in the house of the Lord. And also, point number 3, reigniting our spiritual fervor. There are times that life can dampen our spiritual fervor. We become burdened by the cares of this world, distracted by our daily routines, or overwhelmed by obstacles along our journey of faith. However, Romans 12:11 calls us to keep our spiritual fervor alive. And so one of the ways that I like to keep my fire alive, because when you have a fire in your pit, when you have the fire will dim out. It'll go out, and so you grab some more wood, or you get some more gasoline if you're one of these people. So you'll get some more wood, and you got to fan this flame. So one of the things that I like to fan my flame with when it comes to spiritual health is I'll sometimes crank up the music in my car if I'm by myself, or I'll just rewatch some of the sermons online, or sometimes I'll just look up some old sermons that help click that fire, ignited that ignition in place in my heart. And so one of the things I'll close out with here is when we serve in the church, being with others we know or meeting for the first time, just have that renewed zeal, fervently serving the Lord and impacting lives for His kingdom. May the flame of our faith burn brightly, drawing others into loving embrace. And one more thing I will close out with this is that when you're serving in this church, or anywhere, any church you may go to, if it's not this one or it's another one of the things that this verse preaches on is that it's contagious. Your positive attitude can be very contagious for others around you, especially in areas where maybe if you're working at a law firm or if you're working as a cash register somewhere at a grocery store, where if you have that unwavering zeal and never lacking of that fruitfulness, it's contagious to someone because they may have a down day and then you come in with that positive attitude, and that's contagious. And especially if it's a first-time guest at church and they're experiencing you for the first time, then it rubs off on them and then they can go home and then they can either say, hey, I had such a great time with them, or they can tell their friends when they get home, say, hey, I had such a powerful experience with them that hey, you guys need to come with me so we can go to this place and see what this atmosphere is about. Y'all received that today?
Yep. Awesome.
Thank you.